can't take it no more. I watched everybody die around me. Sterling Matthews is doing a life sentence right now. It's doing a life sentence right now in Cumberland for somebody I killed. Somebody I killed on Halloween with a Hellraiser mask. I had that Glock 17.
The news people are here. You're on speaker right now.
Did you shoot and kill Daquan Burks?
No, not at all. I had nothing to do with it. Never. Always told the people I was into. It had nothing to do with it. Wasn't even there.
You could barely walk. You lost a lot of blood. When you finally made it out, how did you feel at that exact moment?
I just kept thinking he's going to come up behind me.
Erica Hart spent almost 24 hours planning her escape from a man she says was dealing with deep issues and even deeper secrets.
Hey, what's up? What's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. And tonight we're going to be talking about this crazy story of this 31-year-old guy basically going on a live stream video confessing to doing all kind of egregious things to people, and even confessed to being the culprit of an individual who was behind bars for a deletion that he did on somebody. Okay, so while he was going on this standoff with the police, he also had his wife as a hostage and also 3 other people. It says that on the Saturday morning that this all went down, there was several 911 calls that was being reported of a DV incident, and upon their arrival, they found Antonio, who is the guy who went on Instagram Live holding 4 people hostage. Now, he refused to cooperate with armed forces. They wanted to try to negotiate. He decided to release 3 of the hostages unharmed. The 4th individual who managed to escape, I believe, was his wife. She had suffered severe injuries. Now, as you've seen on the news clip that I showed you prior, she was poked up with a blade several times, and he was kind of like trying to take her out with him. But then towards the end, I believe he kind of hoped that she survived, because in the live, he's told her if she survives this ordeal, he wants her to tell his story.
He was telling me, like, how we were going to go. He was like, he's like, should we drive off a cliff? Should I have you tied to me?
During an hours-long standoff, Erica was stabbed 11 times.
You said I'm blue? That's why I'm trying to keep you warm.
I couldn't move. I couldn't move my legs.
Now, I'm going to play some of his live, and then we're going to get into what she's saying now that she has somewhat recovered from her injuries. And I'm going to even show you what she's saying on her IG about it. Okay, wait, I forgot to shout out my sponsor being myself, and my website. Hurry up and buy, everything must go. Now, this is a video that is not more than likely going to get monetized, so I need the support of y'all. And what better way to support a blowout sale with items as low as $5, $10, and $15. A lot of the items on my website are super cheap. Get the stuff while supplies last, because it's going crazy since I've been announcing this blowout sale, and items are selling out left and right. So definitely go on over to my website and get things while supplies last.
See nothing. Why must all good niggas die on Instagram Live? Why must all good niggas die on Instagram Live? Long live George, hoorah.
So he knew he was finna die.
Will you please kindly get away from my house? I do not want to open fire on you. Get the f away from the door. You're going to die too. I have a 100-round drum, AK-47 in here, and everybody going to die. The revolution must be televised. Get the f away from my house. I'm tired of 12. I'm tired of y'all harassing me and oppressing me. Y'all been doing this my whole life since 98, since I was 6 years old. I'm ready to die, surround the house, do whatever y'all gonna do.
Okay, so I'm gonna fast forward through this part. He's basically telling them he wants a hostage negotiator and he's ready to delete himself or allow them to delete himself because he's ready to be gone in his existence after this altercation, and he was going out with a bang. He wanted his cousin Muwa, whoever, to know he loved him and that he took a blade and poked himself in the heart.
Screen record this. OG Bobby Johnson, ready to go out. 046. Yeah, Rambo, bitch. I'm going out with a bang. I told him, Crash, get the f away from here. This shit real, nigga. I ain't worried about nothing, nigga. And I'm thug, nigga. And money, you on this, you better tell me you love me, nigga. I can't take it no more. I watched everybody die around me. Sterling Matthews is doing a life sentence right now. It's doing a life sentence right now in Cumberland for somebody I killed. Somebody I killed on Halloween with a Hellraiser mask. I had that 17 and that 25 caliber that night that killed Daquan. I did that shit 2010 Halloween. Pen razor mask. Boy, Sterling ain't do that shit. I love you, woo baby, but he ain't do that shit. Big Rambo did that shit 2010. Stepped on him. Yeah, Tyran, I killed him too 2011. I killed him too up the apartments playing games. Came through the lake playing games. Stepped on his bitch ass. Came through, let off shots, ain't hit me. Double back in 48 minutes and killed that nigga, dummy. You hear me? Stepped on him. O'Daya them try to say I read it. Niggas try to say I read it. So I walked motherfucking side. He threw the alley and Rambo caught and gave his little ass 10 shots in his head, too. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Then I stood over him, dummy. Boom, 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 boom. What you talking about? Then I went down Calhoun Street. And I put like 3 niggas down there. You feel me? Yes, money. Make sure this gets out. You got niggas that's doing time sentence for shit that I done did. You feel me? Cool. I still doing business for the hood. Just doing time behind me. But I'm gonna go out with a bang today and I ain't gonna leave nobody behind, bro. No guy shit far behind. I feel bad. That shit hurt me to my heart. Sterling Matthews doing a life sentence behind his fucking dog. He ain't no shit that what I did with that rod.
Okay, so this part, he basically checking the perimeter, seeing what the police is on, and he's also telling them to make sure, like, when they take him out, don't hit his face. He want to have an open casket and things like that. And he also telling officers which one he's going to take out with him. Like, he's telling them how much ammo he has, how much artillery he has, and saying and pointing out which one he's going to use it on, etc., etc.
Hey, yo, when y'all shoot me, yo, don't hit my pretty ass face. Hit me in my heart, yo, all right? Hit me in my heart so my son can have an open casket, yo, all right? I'm going to die today on IG Live. I love y'all, yo. Get the hostage negotiator here right now. I need some confessions to do about murders and all that before I die. You hear me? You ready to be famous, fuck boy, you hear me? I'm ready to make this black cop right here famous.
Oh. Antonio.
Where'd you get up?
Antonio. I need your orange. No, I need your shirt.
Baby, you please read now.
Huh?
I'm ready.
No, I need you to... Here we go. You said I'm blue?
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm trying to keep you warm.
You got...
You gotta tell everybody my story, baby, if you live, right?
I can't, I'm not gonna live it.
Okay, so this part of the video, it literally made my stomach turn. I cut out a lot of it because it was just her sounding like she was in agony. And he was telling her basically if she survived this, that he wanted her to tell his story. And if you heard the part that I did leave in there, it sounded like she basically said that she wasn't going to live through this. It was so sad, and I just was like, ugh, like I cut out a lot of it. But let's jump forward to the part where she made it out. He did not. He unfortunately lost his life in this ordeal by him taking himself out. And she was able to get out with 11 puncture wounds. Let's hear what she had to say about it to the news. And she's even mourning his death and saying some interesting things on her social media. Even after he tried to take her out with him, she's devoting her love to him. And we're going to get into that after this news clip.
To share her story of survival.
One of the stab wounds on my neck was right here. I had got stabbed right here, and then I busted my lip on the steps right here. And then 2 of the stab wounds were over here.
The man responsible,
The next day after he came home.
31-year-old Antonio Hart.
That was the Antonio I knew. He was telling me, like, how we were gonna go. He's like, should we drive off a cliff? Should I have you tied to me?
Okay, so I know y'all want to hear from her, but being that it's the news clip, I am going to pause it and break it up real quick because I just wanted to point out how pretty of a girl she is and how just all of the turmoil that she went through, all of these punctures to her face and all of these things, like she doesn't even look like this girl right here in these pictures that I have on the screen once I take this off and show you guys the rest of that clip. Now, this is one of the posts that she posted to her Instagram, All Black Phantom, and it says, LMFAO, you asked me what did I come for if I was only going to take pictures. I continued to take pictures, Stink. Then you told me to go wait in the car. I continued to take pictures. So this is just one of the slides from all of the memories that she shared. It appears that the other hostages were their 3 children. So I knew that they had a son, but I didn't know that the other 3 that got rescued were her children. And as you've seen earlier in the news report, it stated that the other 3 hostages were unharmed. So he did not harm his children. It was just him and her that I guess they had this pact that they were going to go out. And then at the last minute, she wanted to survive and he wanted her to survive also. So if you see on this post that she posted to her IG, it says woman in critical condition after being rescued from a barricade with her 3 children. It says, I survived and I have seen all of your posts, text, etc. I love you all, but please allow me time to grieve in peace. Please allow me to process this alone. I love you all. # long live Rambo. Now, again, I'm going to share more of her posts, but let's hear some more from the news clip.
During an hours-long standoff, Erica was stabbed 11 times.
You said I'm blue?
That's why I'm trying to keep you warm.
I couldn't move. I couldn't move my legs. I couldn't feel this at all. My back was soaking wet.
So you weren't able to walk at this point?
I couldn't do nothing. He knew I couldn't walk.
While you're laying there, though, what's running through your head?
I kept telling myself I have to control my bleeding because I'm not dying and leaving the kids behind.
Where'd you get up?
I need the orange.
But Erica says the man who stabbed her wasn't the man she knew. So let's talk about mental health. You said there's 2 people you knew, Antonio Hart and Rambo. What's the difference?
Antonio Hart is a very loving person. He is the most loyal person you could ever meet.
Who was Rambo?
Rambo was evil.
One thing that kept Erica going. What kept you alive?
Mason, that kid he's so tough, so strong for a 6-year-old. He's so brave. I knew I would break him.
Sorry to pause y'all again. I told y'all about my website and I'm just checking to see if you guys remember that after this video to go to my website and check things out. www.neekatnight.com. Like I said, I have a huge blowout sale. Items are selling out left and right. The prices are $5, $10, $15. A lot of the prices are very, very, very cheap. So check it out while supplies last and let's continue. All right, so as you see, it was Antonio that she loved and the other side to him that he called Rambo. She said that that version of himself was evil. Now, on her IG, she posted up this video and it was him and her interacting with a cat. And she says this was 30 minutes before he completely lost his mind, which resulted in him losing his life forever. So I'm going to share a little bit of this, and then we're going to go back to the news clip again. I know you probably irritated, like, girl, just play it. I want to hear what she say. But you better go find it. Okay, I got to break it up, and I got to do how I got to do, okay? So let me play a little bit of this, and then we'll get back to the news clip.
He fucking up and me. When I'm fucking white cat, he thinking he tough. Watch him, baby. He trying to hit me around the corner. He trying to get him.
Mason's cat.
You keep playing, mouse, boy.
Give me 2 seconds.
Go ahead, son. Go ahead, son. Go ahead, son. Come here, son. Come here, son.
Listen, I don't like cats.
Come here, little son. You better stop, little son. Stop, little son. Stop. See you, little son. You standing up. See, little son. You get on your bullshit in here, and you get that. See, you didn't hit mine, boy. You punk ass.
Okay, so if you read it, it says, sorry your chapter closed like this. Despite everything, I love you, and I'm sorry I couldn't save you. I tried. I really did. I'm so sorry. I couldn't save you, babe. I thought the jail visits were our last bad days. Give the devil hell, babe. This was 30 minutes before you lost your mind, and we lost you forever.
I think for Black men, they're very stubborn with their mental health.
One thing weighing heavy on his mind, she says.
I need some confessions to do about murders and all that before I die. You hear me?
Confessing to several murders, including a 2010 murder Sterling Matthews is serving a 115-year sentence for.
Not a day goes past he didn't talk about Sterling.
Okay, so as you've seen, there was several things that he wanted to confess and get off of his chest before he was deleted off of this earth. And one of them was this situation with Sterling. Now, his family members are fighting for him to be free and come home, and they're hoping that this situation will help him get released from jail. Now, one of his family members posted on their page and said, "Me and my family are coming to the public to ask for any contribution. Our family has been fighting to prove Sterling Matthews' innocence for over a decade. Any funds that are donated will be allocated to legal fees to find the best attorney. We're praying this will be able to help us so we can finally see justice and free an innocent Black man from prison who has been robbed his youth at a tender age of 17. Too often in Baltimore City do we see our loved ones taken away from us at such a tender young age. Innocent Black men arrested and their lives stolen because of incompetence within the justice system. We're asking for the city that Sterling was born and raised in to help him seek justice to prove his innocence. His life has been wrongfully taken away from him and his family members, and we now have an opportunity to fight for him. Hashtag bring Sterling home." All right, so in addition to the family member speaking out, the mother also spoke out to the news, and even Sterling himself called in from jail where they were able to talk to him about it. It was revealed that basically he had 2 trials where the first trial ended in a hung jury. They were not able to find sufficient evidence that really tied him to this. But then I guess on the second trial, somehow he started to make calls from jail to different witnesses to let them know that he was innocent. And they took that as a form of guilt, and he was found guilty on the second trial. Now they're looking to get him basically a 3rd trial with this new confession, and homicide detectives are also saying that they're looking into this investigation. I'm going to show a little bit of what the mom has to say, and then we'll see where the video leads.
Tanika Brogdon, Matthews' mother, speaking out for the first time.
Their opening arguments to the jury was, we have no evidence against Mr. Matthews.
Sterling Matthews, 13 years into a 115-year sentence.
The news people are here. You're on speaker right now.
Did you shoot and kill Daquan Burks?
No, not at all. I had nothing to do with it. Never. Always told the people I was innocent. It had nothing to do with it. Wasn't even there. They wouldn't do what they supposed to do as far as it's like thorough investigation.
Tanika even testifying to that in court. The first trial ended in a hung jury. What's it been like the last 13 years without your son Sterling?
A nightmare, a bad dream. like a part of my soul is missing.
Walk me through the events of that day. What did you do?
We went to Halloween party, then we went trick-or-treating in the neighborhood, came back home. It was dark time. I mean, a regular night.
And Sterling was with you?
Yes.
So when you got home that night, do you remember Sterling leaving, or?
No.
He never left the house?
No.
But according to Baltimore County investigator, Sterling Matthews was here on this bridge, the alleged shooter and killer of 16-year-old Daquan Burke.
When you heard the word guilty, what was your emotion?
Like somebody reached inside my body and snatched my soul.
Now the investigation may be headed in a different direction after a video confession by Antonio Hart, killed during a police standoff.
Homicide detectives are currently investigating the comments that were made by the individual during the standoff. We don't have any information that we're able to release at this point, but we are actively looking into that.
Sorry to pause y'all again. I told y'all about my website, and I'm just checking to see if you guys remember that after this video to go to my website and check things out. www.neekatnight.com. Like I said, I have a huge blowout sale. Items are selling out left and right. The prices are $5, $10, $15. A lot of the prices are very, very, very cheap. So check it out while supplies last, and let's continue. Okay, so in addition to Sterling Matthews' mother speaking out, the attorney that represented him at trial also spoke out to the news. Now, I see why the family is trying to get a whole new attorney, because this attorney, the way he was talking, I mean, let's just say I wouldn't want him. He seemed like a public pretender. Now, I don't know if he was a paid lawyer or a public pretender, but I'm glad that they are seeking to get a new representation. But let's see what the attorney that represented him at trial, let's see what he had to say.
In 2010, Matthews was 17, charged and convicted of murder.
Trust me, I've been doing this job long enough. When the devil shows up, you know it. Right? He's not that guy. I didn't even like the call that I got about this. He actually may be innocent. Do you know the effect that had on me when I heard that?
Bowie says the original case against Matthews was weak.
So to be clear, there was no video surveillance?
No.
There was no DNA?
No hard forensic evidence that said he's the guy that shot this.
Okay, I mean, would y'all want him to represent y'all? Now, being a lawyer is an accomplishment. You got to go through school. You got to go through passing the bar. And you got to go through a lot of dedications to even be able to be a lawyer. So I don't want to ish on that. But sometimes you get a job that you ain't really... I mean, I'm just saying, we see these trials with YSL or YNW Melly and all of these people who have really great lawyers who really represent their clients, and we see what difference that makes. Now, I'm looking at this attorney that represented him in court, and he's like, you know how I felt when I got the call that he might be innocent? It's like, you supposed to be fighting for your client, even if they are guilty. Like, you supposed to be fighting for them like they are innocent the whole time. So just the way that he speaks is just like, child, I see why it ended how it ended if he is, in fact, innocent. Because, anyways, let's hear some more. Sorry.
Forensic evidence that said he's the guy that shot this guy. It's all with a mask on. I don't think there was any real clean ID.
His first trial ended in a hung jury.
In Baltimore County, if a young African-American male hangs a jury in Baltimore County, it wasn't a good case.
But during the second trial,
I don't believe he would have ever been found guilty without the jail calls.
Matthews made calls to witnesses. Bowie says they weren't to intimidate, but out of fear.
You, the witness, may not know it really was not me. You're coming to court to testify.
Say it was me.
But it really wasn't me. I can't say who it really is because it's a serial killer.
Child, I can't listen to no more. But so he just was reflecting on the first case, how he called witnesses and he claimed that, you know, it wasn't him. It was somebody that was a serial killer. He couldn't tell them who it was, blah, blah. And he just talked about how he basically didn't know if he did all he could from the trial and if there was anything else more that he could have done. And I'm just listening to the way that he talked, and I'm probably certain that there probably was. But anyways, moving on. What do y'all think about it? let's hop back onto her IG real quick. I told you I would go over some of the stuff that she posted, and this is her IG page. So she dedicated her page basically to him. And even with like her stories that she posts, I don't see any pictures of any children. But one thing she did post was this video right here, along with other videos. Now, she's playing a song, so I'm gonna mute the song and just play the collage. And then I'm going to read to you guys what she has written to the right. So it says, Antonio Hart, Antonio Hart, Antonio effing Hart. I'm effing mad at you, bruh. You were supposed to effing win, bro. Why did you let Rambo win? Bubs, you were fighting so hard in that house not to let Rambo win, but you lost. Antonio, you never lose. Why did you lose? What about Sapphire? You know I couldn't do it alone, bruh. Antonio, what the F, bro? I'm sorry, babe. We spent a whole year of our relationship behind bars and your last 2 months fussing and not talking. I'm sorry you never got the help you so desperately deserved. I'm so sorry, Antonio. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just so sorry. I'm sorry, Bubs. I would have taken the jail visits over this, babe. I'm sorry, Heart. I really lost my effing heart, bruh. 7 years we've been doing this dumb A dance, and we finally decide to stop playing, and now this. I don't think I'll ever get over this, okay? And so she paired it with a lot of their, like, moments that they had together and them reminiscing, and people in the comments, like, they didn't understand. So as you see right here, this person said, didn't he try to delete you? And she replied and says, yes and no. His split personality is the one who tried to delete me. And then it says, who diagnosed him with having split personalities? Why they didn't give him medication for it? And people started to, you know, go there. And I don't think she responded to that. Now, there's other people who said the same thing. Like, I'm confused. Didn't he try to delete you and poked you with a blade multiple times? And people were commenting to that, like, girl, I said the same thing. And they just didn't understand her love that she was showing him and everything like that. And she basically replying to select people, like this person asked her again, didn't he try to delete her? And then she says, his split personality, yes, but that's not the man I knew. Okay, so she's choosing to remember the man that she knew. Now, let me go on over to some of her other posts. Like, this is another one of her posts. She says, I'm not okay. I'll never get over this. Long live Antonio. And it's a picture of them two together. And then she also, like I said, she posted up like a story where she posts all their moments together. And I'm going to just go to that right here. So this is some of the posts that I was reading from.
This way.
All right, so she says, I miss you waiting on the couch for me to come home late from work. Them laid up.
But I see you going up places.
All right, I can't play the ones with the songs.
I fell off the earth like you did.
You didn't even know why.
Then like 3 people died around me at the same time.
Okay, and then she says, I'll do anything to have you sit in my face and eat my ice cream in my face after I told you no.
You right, he's there, buddy. You gonna get your tight lines.
Show me your dance move.
Okay, she says, laugh my A off. During your bail review, the judge kept telling you to shut up, but you kept telling him you loved me and you wanted to come home. It says, you would send me 444 every day. Okay, she said, laugh my A off. If it's one thing, Antonio was following me from room to room.
Yes, I'll just take put it in the bowl up there, right? You need it, just take it. Just fill that bowl up. Hot about you. Well, I kept at it for it. I just going in the bowl. Shit legal. Like a mouse, no pills.
One thing about it, and two things for sure. I don't want nobody follow me from roof to roof, but I guess she missed it. Okay, 1111, make a wish. I wish God forgave you for your sins. I'm wishing you asked for forgiveness before taking your life. I wish your soul is resting in peace. Honestly, I wish I could have saved you. This looks like this is his balloon release. Okay, this is them, I guess, doing his balloon release. Left without a word. All right, so.
Playing with me. Angels talking, I just can't hear what they saying to me. Suffering from this.
All right, so those are some of the posts that she has on her IG, and she posts on her story like almost every day, like something new. Such an unfortunate story. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it. Definitely you need to watch the company you keep, the partners you make, all of those things of the things. And let's talk about it. I don't even know what to say. Goodbye, good night, see you later. I told y'all about my website, and I'm just checking to see if you guys remember that after this video to go to my website and check things out. www.neekatnight.com. Like I said, I have a huge blowout sale. Items are selling out left and right. The prices are $5, $10, $15. A lot of the prices are very, very, very cheap. So check it out while supplies last, and let's continue.